Hey and welcome back. This is Watertown 365. It is November 11th, 2012. We have news this week and today about how there were some firefighters received special awards for their life-saving efforts in the city of Watertown. There are new facilities for the low temperatures and the homeless men who need a temporary housing facility. It is Veterans Day, so let's jump in. Let's talk and start with something really cool. There were 46 firefighters were awarded for their life-saving efforts. There are different awards. So there were awards such as the EMS Citation Bar, given to someone who did an exceptional job on an EMS call. The Life-Saving Bar, when a firefighter directly saves someone's life. CPR Save, for an incident in which CPR was given to a member of the community and that person is now healthy. And Stork Pins, for people who delivered children in the field. These firefighter awards used to be held annually, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic and staffing issues like so many other things, this had not taken place since 2018. And normally, there would be around 20 to 25 fighters recognized, but it's been a few years and this all has built up, so that's why we have this huge group of firefighters. And sometimes as a firefighter, it's easy to get down on yourself, but ceremonies like this one remind them why they do what they do. And so in one, there's all sorts of stories behind each of these different firefighters and the awards that they've been through. But there is something, for example, Fire Captain Andrew Naklik received an award, or would be receiving. He got notified last week he'd be receiving an award this week. There was a multi-vehicle crash on Arsenal Street involving entrapment. The rescue truck wasn't in service, so it required some teamwork to pull the victims free of the wrecked car. And it is nice to be recognized, but that's not why firefighters do their job. But the award ceremony helps out their families and the communities, make everyone feel good, and gives them the recognition. So Chief Timerman got a call on May 16, 2021, when an unconscious woman was found there and with cardiac arrest. So CPR and one shock was given. CPR continued. The patient regained a pulse and spontaneous respiration before going back into cardiac arrest. CPR was resumed. The patient was given 2 more shocks before breathing on her own. She was taken to Samaritan Medical Center before being transported to a Syracuse hospital. And after all that, the patient survived. There was Caroline Hefferon, who said she was when her mother collapsed. She called 911. Officials arrived on the scene. She felt some relief, and the fire department saved, the mother's life. So there's many kind of acts of heroism, and many times when these firefighters' training has paid off, and that becomes a great time to then recognize their life-saving efforts. So that is what that commotion and what that was about, just giving these various firefighters their awards. And let's switch gears and talk about how ACR Health has opened some new Watertown facilities. They had a grand opening Friday at 210 Court Street to help people make informed health decisions and create healthy communities by providing services free of charge, including insurance navigation, testing for diseases like HIV/AIDS, healthcare management, prevention, education services, and the Q Center for LGBTQ plus youth and allies. So the Q Center is open from 2:30 to 5 p.m. And there are groups for 13 to 18-year-olds and groups for 18 to 25-year-olds. And so the Q Center is there to support young people to come together and figure out their identity and find out what they want to do with life. There's also a criminal justice initiative where they work with people who have diseases such as HIV or hepatitis C who have gotten out of prison to get help for their diseases and set up housing for them. There's the director of insurance programs, Megan Vadala, who helps anybody who needs get enrolled in an insurance program because her team can help with the general navigation to get insurance for anyone younger than 65 or anyone with a family, get enrolled in Medicaid plans, qualified health plans, and Child Health Plus, among other programs. They offer programs to assist with medical billing, other medical questions, and programs for people with AIDS, HIV, and those who need long-term care in their home. So it's good to know that there are these services that ACR Health is providing to help people live optimal and healthy lives through all of its programs. You don't have to navigate this yourself. There are resources to help you figure out, do the research and say, okay, well, you can get this assistance or get this housing information or get this medical plan figured out. So that's good to know that ACR Health is there to help to make that happen. Now let's talk about the Pine Street Homeless Center. I'm trying to get around the paywall, so let me try this again. I guess they're on to us. I guess they know that we're trying to read the whole article. That's okay, though. With temperatures plummeting on recent nights, homeless men will soon have a temporary housing facility to stay in on Pine Street so they can get out of the cold. I'm going to try one more time to get to this news article. Can't even get to a picture. Darn it. All right, let me try one other attempt. I just want to get to the picture for this news story, but they will not cooperate. That's okay though. The Transitional Living of Northern New York is putting the final touches on the facility in the former Angels Inn at 518 Pine Street before it opens. Neighbors, local officials, and the homeless will gather this afternoon to take a tour of the new facility. The open house will be from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. I'll get zoomed in some. The facility will not be a homeless shelter, but a temporary home for up to 18 houseless men. The rooms have been outfitted with furniture, except for the kitchen, which is still being figured out. The former adult home was completely renovated. The smell of painted walls filled the new single-room occupancy facility. Only men, predominantly the homeless population, will be able to stay there. But Transitional Living will look at the issue in the future of women staying there too. There are security cameras to keep an eye on the residents. The facility will be staffed 24 hours a day. But here's the thing, and here's what happens many times. Neighbors were up in arms about the facility opening on Pine Street. There was a petition to stop it circulating, but the city could not stop the center because it has correct zoning. The dorm-style beds were donated by Fort Drum, while a local hotel sent its used furniture to the facility. There's a large community room with a leather couch, love seat, comfy chair, big screen TV, desk, and small table. Throw rugs will be added to give the place a more homey touch. Residents will prepare their own food, do their own laundry. They will provide counseling for drug addiction and mental health issues, and there will be group sessions held for the residents. Residents won't be able to smoke in the facility, but a gazebo on the property will be available for smokers. There are a number of funding sources contributing to this project. This is going to cost $500,000, but due to the nation's national supply chain issue, that was raised to $750,000, and Transitional Living has run 3 similar facilities in St. Lawrence County, and there are other efforts underway in Watertown to help the homeless. So all sorts of good things happening right here in Watertown. And speaking of Watertown, let's mention 2 businesses, Beiring Jiu-Jitsu and McAvoy Insurance. If you've been a frequent watcher of this podcast of this show, you know that we love these guys. We mention these guys, but Beiring Jiu-Jitsu in particular is a long website to spell. So you go to beiringjujitsuny.com, and I want to pull up the Google reviews. Maybe we'll pull up some pictures this time, right? We'll see the photos right here of the classes and the groups, and the facilities, Beiring Jiu-Jitsu New York strives to create a friendly and safe environment where people of all backgrounds can come together to train, learn, and grow. They attract students who are humble and kind and show respect for the class, the art, and for each other. Bullies and show-offs soon find Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is not for them. This is because Beiring Jiu-Jitsu prefers to maintain an atmosphere rather than an egosphere. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is more than just teammates and training partners. They are family, on and off the mat. Come see what Beiring Jiu-Jitsu has to offer you. They are at 25519 New York Route 342, Evans Mills, New York. The website is beiringjujitsuny.com. beiringjujitsuny.com. You can find their email, their phone number, their address, new student specials, links to Facebook and social media, live chat, class schedule, that's a tongue twister, and just various training for you to find out what you should know about this, testimonials, photos, and just wordage, so much more. beiringjujitsuny.com. Let's also talk about McAvoy Insurance, and we'll do what we did a moment ago and check out the Google listings. So maybe you've driven past or walked past this location. Maybe you've seen some of these various videos on Facebook. Whoever that guy was that was checking out the place. I'm trying to get to. There we go. So there's Mr. David Buskey himself from McAvoy Insurance. McAvoy has served Jefferson County for more than 50 years. They are local, family-owned insurance brokers for all of your home, auto, and business needs. As an independent insurance, McAvoy can shop the best coverage for the best price to meet your specific needs. Located at 1613 State Street, Watertown, New York, and the website is mcavoyinsurance.com. You can find their social links, their phone number, and their email address. Meet the team, get a quote, and click for insurance claims, mcavoyinsurance.com. And thank you personally for tuning in to today's episode. You can find out about the news stories we mentioned and even the ones we didn't have time to get to at watertown365.com. You can see that the Watertown brush pickup is expected to resume on Thursday. You can find out that the town of Watertown has delayed action on the new Dick's Sporting Goods store. Maybe we'll unpack that more next week. You will find out about how the city of Watertown is looking for developers to rehab 8 houses and so much more. And so Watertown365.com is the easiest hub to go to because we just can mention that website. We can say Watertown365.com. You go there, but also there's a link to get on Facebook. And maybe you're already, this happens every time that I go to show Facebook, and then I have to go and confirm my login, etc., in order to show you the Facebook page and in order to see what's happening as far as the comments, because the comments are what it's all about, and it's always fun to read the comments on air, especially because sometimes people have opinions and we will pass along those opinions. So we're logged in on the phone, and let's see what the discussion is. Okay, so we've been posting about some of these news stories and like the no-kill shelter, the brush pickup, and it looks like there are some likes and there's some engagement and there's some shares. But as far as those opinions, give us some more opinions, right? Tell us if you like something or you don't like something, or you want to, if you just have something to say about some of these news stories, like the homeless warming center or about astronomers find a fluffy planet with the density of a marshmallow. Are you telling me you don't have an opinion about a marshmallow planet, or how short, brisk walks instead of long strolls may cut the risk of heart disease? Or even, how about one more for the road is, well, there's Ava Miller from last week about the rooftop spinach. 15 best things to do in Jefferson County, New York. So maybe you are looking for something fun to do this weekend. Go check out that list and then give us a comment to say if you're going to do one of the activities or if one of those activities was something that you have tried in this area in the past, whether it was hiking, fishing, boating, etc. We want to hear from you, and you can do that by going to watertown365.com or Facebook. The address is facebook.com/Watertown365. So we'll see you there. We will see you next week and talk to you soon with more exciting Watertown, town, city, and surrounding area news.